Hi. I was I was thinking a lot of different things, and I found some of it interesting, and so hopefully you will too. Take two. um, so I recently did a dancing squirrel video, and it's had a lot of remixes, and you don't get any credit for that. When and then the other thing is have a very small channel, and I need like thousands and thousands of views. I don't know how I would possibly accomplish that because every 90 days it starts over. Most of my videos average very, very few, less than a handful. And then the really good ones, I've had a couple hit 2,000. But on a good day, 1,000 is great. Um, so I know they say be more relatable, but honestly, I think that if people are not completely confident, not models, and maybe not the most eloquent speaker, then that should be more relatable. I think that what they mean is be the dream, like be aspirational, because if people want just Taylor Swift, not very many of us except her can be her. Oh, I don't know. That's not a dream of mine, but she does sing very well. I wouldn't mind looking like her. She is gorgeous, but um yeah, I gotta pause for a second and collect my thought. Oh yeah, so I was thinking about different things that impacted me. This one movie had a hobo in it, and he lived in these kids' basement. This is a really old movie, but the one kid was very rude to him, and he said, "You don't like me because I look how you feel." And I always try to think about that when I don't really love somebody. I try, I try to think about what I might have in common with them that I don't like about myself. Because sometimes that's true. Oh, this is showing. Well, people have bags under their eyes. Now you know. uh, then the other one was I don't even remember reading this book. It was either something with chocolate in the title or Joy Luck Club, but it said, you don't flash your worth around like a cheap ring. You don't need to tell other people if you're a good person. Just be a good person. Be what you think that you are, what you're trying to be. Just be that. Um, I know a lot of people think they're funny. I think I'm funny, but then when I listen to some of this stuff, I'm like, some of it's just weird. You know. So I have some plans coming up. I'm going to be painting a baby turtle for my mom. She loves the turtles. He's gonna be like a pastel translucent kind of deal. Um, Trying to look up some more pinecone art and hopefully get together with my friend's kids. Gotta call her up. 1 minute. Not to harp on this, but when people view something and they only watch it for 20 seconds, just a fraction of it, it doesn't even count as a view. I find that kind of not fair because people's attention span is getting really, really low. Um, and I've watched just all kinds of people on their phone and they just kind of there are very few things that are riveting. So what are you gonna do if you're just your average Joe or Jolene? I know that song. I think I'll do another pinecone owl and try to make him not look like a second grader made him. I can do better. I did do some really good ones. They're in storage somewhere when you move around a lot. I am a gypsy, but not. Watch yourself. There was this show, All in the Family or Chief Bunker. I think the guy. No, that was that the same show. I don't even know. But this guy, he's on the old timey channels now, and I listen to him, and I just have to turn it off because everything he says is just so wrong. But they claim that that show was supposed to teach that racism was dumb. Just like It's Always Sunny, they were horrible, horrible people. But I guess it was supposed to be mocking that kind of person. Let's hope so. I loved the humor. I just wish that it could be edited a little tiny bit, much like my videos. If you watch me, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Um, I know it can't always be easy to follow my train of thought. I know where I'm going and I know I hop around a lot, but it's just what my brain does. It's like the aerial view of the streets and the busy part of California. Sorry, I keep trying to. There's a conditioner out there that I'm gonna get. It's supposed to help, but I think a lot of the things are magic feather. We buy weight loss pills. I haven't in a long time, but in my 20s, I bought I bought a lot of that dream stuff. It's just and this morning I told some other people at the sloth factory, I'm like, I'm gonna die because there is like a plague, and I said I'm not gonna make it to 50, and then I said I hate my life, but I don't want to die because one lady, she's like, your mom's gonna suffocate you. I don't know why she said that. She is hilarious, but she says some really things that she maybe shouldn't say. And don't we all? So some things that I love, this EOS cashmere, vanilla cashmere, this hand cream. I put it in a Burt's thing because Burt was too expensive. Sorry, Burt. Your almond was very wonderful and I loved it, but it was costly. So we're going to fill you with this giant tub of EOS now. And then, so I have a goal this year of bettering my brain. Pray for me. That I read a book a month. And I just finished Hocus Pocus by Kurt Vonnegut. It was very, very good. There were, I wish I could read excerpts from it. You probably don't pronounce the T. Sorry, didn't go to college, and I yeah. that's really an excuse to not know our language. So no, it's not. So anyways, it was really, really good. A lot of quotable quotes in there. And next up, I don't know if I should read Atomic Habits that my sister gave me, because that really would better myself if I can apply the information in it. It seems like a highly beneficial book, so I'm leaning towards that. Or short stories that are scary. Love my scary. Or I had a third choice. One second. Or more Sylvia Plath. It's crazy how someone could be as talented as her and then end their life, but you never know what's going on in somebody's head. Wars in there that are silent to the outside world. This is a reenactment. Hey, Isabel, can I use your Netflix account? I was watching this really good documentary about this lady who was 50, and she posed as like an 80-year-old, and she would get people to rent a room from her, and then she'd poison them, and she had so many bodies in her backyard. Well, at least she's doing something. What is that supposed to mean? Sorry, I just thought that was a funny interaction that I had earlier today. I'm not using the cat because he hasn't been visiting as much. I think I yelled at him too much for not harvesting more of rodents of unusual size. They terrify me. I don't know who isn't afraid of them. I guess people who have them as pets. And they are cute. Mice are cute outside. They're really kind of cute. Once they're inside though, and it's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. Yeah. I was gonna liken that to marriage, but it wasn't anything like marriage. I was gonna say out in the wild, and then you get the guy domestic. It's not like that at all. So toss that, but still say it, because I'm filibustering. How does a person like me know a word like that? I couldn't tell you where I heard that word. There's another fun word like that. Oh, going off on a tangent. Sorry, kids. The funny thing is, I did take my meds today to focus, and you can really not tell. I was telling somebody that it's a good thing I'm alone most of the time, though, because since I've been on these, I say, every few seconds, and I have no idea where that comes from. It's kind of like a verbal tick, I guess. I guess it could be worse. It could be more like Asperger's, where I'm saying all kinds of crazy things. And what comes out is crazy enough, but I try to convince myself there's a rhyme and reason to it. Okay, I should really clip this back. I should have a plan. I should write things down. I should edit. But should is just, you know, a word. Plus, I have to make it to like 3,000 hours of view time. So I'm hoping that somebody likes nonsense. Somebody can jump on in there and be like, hey, you know what would be really helpful is if like a psychologist could be like, well, I don't know if I want to be diagnosed, because I had a non-professional say, what have you been diagnosed? And I said, I have ADHD. She's like, that's not all. I was like, ooh, thank you. But I don't think that people should hide behind their diagnosis, meaning that people have legitimate conditions and things like that, but don't use it as an excuse, because I knew of a lady who said because of her, what's that one where you go really highs and lows? They used to call everybody that when they were moody. I can't think of it. It'll come back. So bipolar. She said that was why she robbed houses. And no, having a mental condition does not make you a criminal. Allowing yourself to keep thinking about committing a crime or anything wrong is then when the opportunity is there, you're going to do it. So I think that don't keep pondering the bad thoughts, and don't excuse yourself from it, and then maybe you wouldn't have done that. I think she kind of got away with that. Oh, one portion I was going to do is criminals that I have known, and I'm not proud of this at all. One kid I wanted to look up because we babysat him, and he put his puppy in a dryer and turned it on. What kid even knows how to turn on a dryer, for one? And then, no. Torturing an animal when you're a tiny little kid. Wow. And then one time I used to, before I was married, dated a guy on Craigslist, and I was looking in the paper years later, and he did something untoward with a teenage girl and made it in the paper, and yuck. I can't even believe I knew that person. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Then a kid that I was in grade school with, he later, like I think either during his final years of high school or when he was out, killed his girlfriend while they're canoeing with a paddle. And the worst part is, I don't think he did very much time at all. I don't understand that. But then the more crime documentaries and things that I watch, I can't believe how a person can be sentenced to life and get out so quickly. That one lady, Ken and Barbie Killers, she got her psychology degree in prison, and I believe she's practicing today. She's out now, of course. Hoka, whatever her name is, Carla, yeah, that might be it. So it's crazy that you put people through school for committing heinous crimes. No. Okay, I have opinions, and I've been told that that's polarizing, and I'm sorry about that. If I'm big in the prison community, which I really, that's not what I was aiming for. You can send me some hate comments. If anyone made it to 14 minutes, oh gosh, I told you I have to make my 3,000 hours in 365 days. And it's not gonna happen. I wish I knew how to. There was this lady who crochets little frogs. I was watching her today. Oh, those are cute. Tune into that. There was a guy who taught his pet octopus, which he rescued from a foreign food grocery store. He taught it how to play piano. I didn't watch the whole thing, so I'm sorry that didn't count for you. But that was interesting. And there are so many talented people out there. And I don't know how to puppeteer, but I have a flying, I guess it's a sugar glider, a bunny, an orangutan, and this ferret weaselly guy. And I kind of know how to do art, but not exactly. But I enjoy it. Do what you love. I love talking, and I don't have a ton of people to talk to. And it's winter, which is so long and cold. It's just gonna eat your face off. And so, for a lot of reasons, I created this channel because for a short period of time I had somebody to talk to, but they were not a great person. I mean, they could be better, but we can all be better. And then I wanted to talk to him again, and he kept a promise for less than 24 hours, less than 48 hours. That's breaking a record. Some people, when they make a promise, there's almost like this little monster inside them that's like, I want to get out, I want to get out, I want to get out. And oh golly, do they ever. I don't know why they bother. Don't bother. But, you know. All right. Good night, everybody. If you stuck around, thank you so much. And I'll have more next time. Hopefully I said something in here I can clip out. I doubt it. But you never know. Good night.